In today's lesson, we've got such a nice sounding song. It's one of Hozier's new ones, it's Unknown, and by the end of this lesson, you'll be sounding like this. So I hope you are looking forward to playing that one. It's so nice to play along to. So come check that out with me. We've got a different tuning today. So what we're going to do is tune all of our strings down one full step, which means we're going to be taking each string down 2 semitones. So our E string is now going to be a D string. So make sure you've got your tuner there with you and tune down to D there on the 6th string. Then we've got a G, a C, an F, an A, and then a D. Alright, so D, G, C, and then we've got an F, A, D. Alright, now we can get into actually learning it. Now let me just play the intro for you. The first line is going to sound like this. Alright, now I know that sounds really hard right now, but you'll find that throughout this song, a lot of it is repeated, so once you've got the first riff, you'll understand so much of how to play the song. So bear with me as we do that. So we're going to start off with a little bar over the 9th fret here with our index finger, so we're just barring the 4th, 3rd and 2nd string. Doesn't matter about the 1st string because we're not going to be playing that at this point. So what we've got is then an open 6th and 5th string, and then we've got a bar over the 9th fret of the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings, but you're also going to add your ring finger up there to the 11th fret of the 4th string, okay? So you should hear on those notes that you're pressing down, and the first note we're going to pluck is an open 5th string, so we're going to go, and then onto the 4th string, and then the 3rd and 2nd strings together. Alright, so and again. So 5, 4, 3 and 2. And again. But you've got quite a sharp staccato on the end there, so what it's going to sound like will be, and you're just going to take those fingers off and mute that 5th string as well so it doesn't ring out. And then we're going to keep that bar there, but take off our ring finger, and we're going to pluck the 6th and 4th string together, so that's open 6th and 9th fret of the 4th string. Alright, so just 6 and 4 at exactly the same time. Alright, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let me count that out again so we can work out the next bar as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then on the 3rd beat of the 2nd bar, we're going to start with our little high-pitched. Alright, so that's one of the harder parts of the song, but it's really worth it because it sounds so beautiful once you can get there. Alright, so we've got. Alright, so there I'm just plucking the 4th string there with the 9th fret still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then the 3rd beat we're going to go. So that's now 12th fret of the 1st string, and we're keeping that bar there on the 9th fret because what we're going to do here is pull off onto our ring finger on the 11th fret there, so that's pinky on the 12th fret, and then ring finger on the 11th fret. You might just want to practice that a few times so you can get used to that. And then our next pull off, but we're not plucking twice, we're only plucking once. So watch my right hand here. So you'll see there that I'm just pulling off to make those notes. So there we're pulling off from the 11th fret here to the 9th fret where we've got that bar. So that whole thing. Alright? So it's quite quick. You'll need to practice that a few times just to get used to the motion of moving your fingers off and the pull-offs. Alright, and then we're going to go down to the 12th fret of the 5th string. So then together that will be. Alright, so it's quick there. It's a bit of a triplet rhythm there, so it's not quite what you might expect. And then the next part, we're going to go from that 12th fret of the 5th string onto the 10th fret of the 5th string with our middle finger. So, and pulling off there. So there from the 12th fret to the 10th fret, and then pulling off again to that bar on the 9th fret. So we've got, so there we're just plucking once on that first string, and then once on the second string, and then as we start the next rhythm, plucking again once. So, and then we're going to go onto the 3rd string there, and just pluck the 3rd string once on that 9th fret and hammer onto the 11th fret, and then pluck the 2nd string again. So, and then back to that 3rd string, from the 11th fret to the 9th fret, pulling off there. So slowly we've got, and then we're going to go onto that 4th string. So we're doing a lot of those hammer-ons and pull-offs. The 4th string, we're starting on that 9th fret, and then the 9th fret of the 3rd string, and then pluck that 3rd string again. And we're going to hammer onto the 11th fret and then back off to the 9th fret there with the pull-off. Okay, let me go through it really slowly because I know it's hard to follow along. Alright, and again. And then we're going to do 2 little triplet rhythms to finish off this riff. So there we're going to go 3rd string, and we're going to hammer onto the 11th fret and then back off to the 9th fret. So 9th fret first. So there, with our ring finger, hammer on and then pull off again, and then same thing on that 4th string. Alright, let me go through that slowly and then I'll put it together with the whole riff. And that's the first part of the riff, and the rest is just a few little add-ons that we need to change, but you've got the basics of it already. Alright, so let's go from that first high part. And let me go a little slower for you. Alright, so that nice little triplet rhythm at the end there. And then we're going to go back to where we started. Alright, so let me show you up to there so far. We're starting on that bar and we've got, and then back to this one. And then the same thing. And then this time it's going to change a little bit there. So we're going to go. And then again on the 2nd string, we're going to go 10th fret and then back to the 9th fret with a pull off there. So. And then there again onto the 3rd string, 11th fret to the 9th fret, pulling off. So. Alright, so together that will be. And then there we've got a little rhythm change here where we're going to go. So on the 4th string we're hammering onto the 11th fret. Then the 3rd string on the 9th fret. And pluck it twice there as you hammer onto the 11th fret. Okay, so it'll be twice on the 9th. But the 2nd time you're hammering onto the 11th fret. Alright, so the 2nd time through that riff will be. And let's go through that again. I'll go through it 2 more times, just so you can get familiar with the rhythm there and how it works together. So really get into the groove of that. So I'll play it all together there for that 2nd time. Alright, then we're going to play it through a third time and it'll be different again, but don't worry, because as you learn this, the third time, once you know all of that, you'll be able to play the rest of the song as you get through the interludes and all of that. The verse is very similar as well. It's actually easier than the interludes and the intro, and then there's a few other small things we need to learn as well, which are actually really nice to play. So look out for those, but the third time here we're going to go. Alright, so it's a little different again, but I'll show you that now. So that first part's going to be the same. Then we're going to go, so that's 12th fret to the 9th fret of the 2nd string. A bit of a syncopated rhythm there. And then you're going to go pinky on the 12th fret up to the 14th fret of the 2nd string. So da da da. Da, da, da. Alright? Then we're going to go. So you hear it's a bit of a syncopated rhythm the whole time. Here we're going to go. So there, just plucking this 12th fret there. And you can pull off, or you can just pluck on the 9th fret there. Either way works. But what we're going to do is, so you might hear a bit of a pull off there, and we're going pluck on the 12th fret, pluck on the 9th fret, 10th fret, and then 9th fret again. We're not pulling off or hammering on the 10th fret or 9th fret, we're just plucking them as they are. So, and then, so working our way down those strings, that's 11th fret of the 3rd string, then 9th fret, and then 11th fret of the 4th string, and pulling off there onto the 9th fret of the 4th string a little bit faster. So very slowly, that's and again. Alright, that whole thing together will be like this. And that's the third part of the intro, and that's actually the 3 harder riffs throughout the song. There's one other that I'll teach you in a little bit, but you've already worked your way through part of the intro. You're nearly halfway there, so you're doing really well. Let's keep on going. So after we finish off that riff, we're going to quickly go to a B major bar chord. Alright, so there it's barring on the 7th fret, and we've got our E major shape just all the way up there on the 8th and 9th fret. Alright, so 6th and 5th string and then strum. And then we're going to move up 2 frets and take off your middle finger to make a D flat or a C sharp minor. Alright, so it's a quick change, but it's only up 2 frets. So remember, 6, 5, strum, and then strum. And then down here, which is going to be an A flat minor. So there you're barring on the 4th fret, and we're using our E minor shape just up on the 6th fret there. Okay, so we've got B major, and then up to a D flat minor, and then a A flat minor. Alright, so from up here we've got, and then a quick change. And here's our next riff that's going to be a little challenging. If you can, keep that bar there. And then we're going to go. And the reason we keep that bar there is because we're about to do another bar chord just 1 fret up. So if you can keep that there. Otherwise, you can just put your fingers there. Alright, so we've got A flat minor. And we're going to go 7th fret. So that's 7th fret of the 1st string, 5th fret of the 2nd string, 7th fret of the 2nd string. Alright, so far. And it's kind of in your own time here, it's not as rushed. And then 4th fret of the 1st string, 5th fret of the 1st string, 4th fret again, Then on our second string, we've got 7, 5, 4, and then we're going to move on to an A major chord. All right, but let's go through that again slowly. We've got A flat minor, then we go 7 of the first, 5th and then 7th of the second, 4th fret of the first, 5th, 4th, 7, 5, 4 on the second. So, and then keeping that bar there, we're going to go and then on to an A major. Alright, so I'll show you that in a second, but let's just work on that a little bit more. We're going A flat minor, and then up 1 fret to an A major. And you can do 2 strums there, which sometimes happens throughout the song, but you'll find most of the time he's going to play 6th and 3rd string together, and then 4th string, and then strum. So 6th and 3, 4, strum, and then down to an E major. And you can hear that's a really nice low strum as we're doing that drop tuning. So it's nice here from the A major down to that E major. All right. So just to recap, we've got, and then we've got our rhythm here, and then A major, or as you might want to play. And then we've got one more riff to round this off, which is a really nice way to finish it. It's quite easy to play, but it's a really beautiful riff. We're gonna go. Alright, so it's pretty easy. We're going 2nd fret to the 4th fret of the 5th string, just plucking once. So it's just a hammer on there, and then the same thing on that 4th string. So, and we're gonna hold that. So it picks up into the bar as we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then off the beat, we're going to go up to the 6th fret, slide up. We're not plucking anymore, so you have to really hit this well. 3, 4, 1. So we're sliding up to that 6th fret and then back down to the 4th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then onto our 2nd fret and hammering onto that 4th fret again. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And after that hammer on, we're going to slide up to the 11th fret up here. So, and back into our original riff, which will start off the verse for us. Alright, so that final riff is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And you can see there how that works with our original riff as we start off the verse. Alright, so one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then we'll go. Alright, so that's the start of the verse, and it's actually a lot easier to play this riff once we get into the verse. Now hopefully you're keeping up so far, and if you do need some help with this one or with any other songs, I'm providing some one-on-one tutoring as well, which you can find a link for in the description below. You can inquire there, and I look forward to hearing from you. But let's keep on working on it. We've got our intro so far, but don't worry, that's actually so much of the song that we need to know. Now we get into the verse. Now we've got our original riff. But it's actually a lot easier. So we've got, you already know this part. But here, we're gonna go. It's actually really simple. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as we're counting that on the first and third beat, we're changing. So every 2 beats, we change notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the notes we're doing there are, we're starting on that 12th fret of the 2nd string. So 1, 2, then on the 10th fret there of the second string, sorry, and then 9th fret of the second, and then 11th fret of the third string. And then that will take us straight back into the start of the riff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're just going to repeat that. Now there's one little variation that he does for the first 2 times we do this. He's going to go. So there on the 3rd string, he's just going to start on the 9th fret and hammer onto the 11th fret. So it'll sound like this. And then back to. And so exactly the same as before, we're going to play through that 3 times, and then that will lead us to our. But throughout the verses, we're not going to do this little riff. We're just going to stay on that A flat minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then. So just the double strum on the A major down to our E major. Then we're going to do our riff as before. And then back to this. So we're going straight into another verse. You've already learnt the whole verse, which is really just a simplified version of the intro. So just to recap, after doing this 3 times, then you're going to go, and we're going to stay on that, and then onto your A, E. Alright, so that happens for the verse twice. But for the end of the second verse, we're going to go. And then we're going to go up to a B major. Alright, so ending off that verse up to a B major. And then down to an A major. So that's 6, 5, strum, strum. B, A, 1, 2. And then we're going to add a little riff as he's going sha-la-la. Alright, so. Alright, so we're going from the B to the A, and we're going to keep that bar there and our middle finger, and we're going to change it up a little bit from there. And we're going to go the 3rd string, that's the 6th fret, that's 5th and then 7th of the 2nd string. And then we're going to go. So that same thing as before. That's 6, 5, 7, and then 7, 5, 7, 5. All right? So hopefully that's making a little bit of sense. We're going to go. Then. And again. And then back up to our B. So repeat that same thing twice, but the second time we're going to go open first, 5th, so that's 9th fret of the 2nd string, then 7th fret of the 2nd string, then 5th fret of the 2nd string. So, and then again on that one. Then syncopated, we're going 1st string, 9, 7, 5. And then back up to our B. And we're just going to do that once and just let that ring out as he sings along. So we'll play through that one 3 times, the B to the A with a little riff on the end. Then second time. Then. And let that ring out. And then to finish off, we're going to go. So after that section from the B to the A, and then the. We're going to go into only the second riff of the intro. And then that'll take us straight into a verse where we do our and repeat that again 3 times, as we have done in the other verses. Now we are getting pretty close to the end of the song. There's only a few variations from here, and one of those is a bridge, okay? So once we get to the end of that verse, that's the 3rd verse, we're going to up the intensity of those E majors. We're going to go from our A, and we're going to add 3 more strums. And then we're going to slide on that, after that 4th E, up to a high E major there on that 12th fret. If you can't do that one, you could take it down to a bar on the 7th fret. It is hard without a cutout there, but we can do it from the E major up to the high E. And you do hear a bit of a slide in the recording as well. So you can go up to that E, and then we're going to go down to a D flat minor, and then down to an A major. Alright, so it'll be D flat minor, A major, then E major, then up to a B major, and then A major. So that second half, 2, 3, 4, B major, 2, 3, 4, A major, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up to an E again, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So just repeating it. And then we're going to go right back into this one. So that bridge there, we're playing through that chord progression twice, and then back to our B to the A. So just to remind you of that section we're doing there, we're going B to the A 3 times with the riff, and then the last time A, E, and with the riff here. And that'll take us to the full intro. We're playing it through 3 times as we have in the intro for an outro here. And then after we play that 3 times, we'll do our, and here we'll add the riff back on. Then, but here we're not going to do that riff. We're going to slide up to a different chord. So what we're going to do there is just pluck the 5th and 4th string, slide the 4th string up to the 11th fret, and we're going to go that's 9th fret of the 3rd string, 10th fret of the 2nd string. So we've got 5th and 4th string, and then open 6th and 9th fret of the 2nd and 3rd string to finish off the song. Okay, so those 2 different chords should sound like this. Alright, so that last part, and then and that's going to finish off the song for you. So I hope you've enjoyed learning this one, and don't forget to inquire about lessons below in the description, and I'll see you next time.